You know what this is? This is not a movement, it's the only thing moving, huh? Dig that? Okay, oh yes, the war is coming. The gap keep growing with the wealthy and the slumming. So I use my mental riches for digits to keep them running till my chips come around. Yup, like a Funyun, bite down, get a taste of that Midwest flavor. While I'm at it, let Mr. Rogers just shout out to my neighbors. I ain't mention the journal when I say wake up, get paper. Not talking about Kobe when they mention a Great Lake.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, we back with another episode of Unlabeled the podcast. I got my good brother Sydney Blaze in the building. How you doing this week, brother?
You're good, man. Go spring training, man. It's time to let's go, brew.
Yes, sir.
Brew
Let's
crew.
go, crew.
Spring training.
You ready for some baseball?
Oh yeah,
It's time, man. It's time.
Yeah, I see. You got your jersey on and whatnot. But that's what's up.
Come on, man.
Come on, don't play with it. Oh, you back home in Phoenix too, huh?
And you right there too.
Yeah. Yeah, I go to all the games. Everybody out here.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Hotel rates through the roof, so y'all might not want to come for the next few weeks.
I ain't coming for no spring training. I can get them motherfuckers early.
Well, I'm just gonna come sleep on your couch if I'm gonna come out there.
Oh man, shit, pull up.
All right, and I also got my good brother Kendall Watson in the building. How you doing this week, brother?
Doing great. Happy Sunday, everybody.
Hey, it's Sunday, but it's Monday for the folks. So let's introduce it as a Monday. Happy Monday, everybody!
Oh shit, my bad.
Yeah, happy Monday, everybody. If y'all listen,
they know how that shit works.
Yeah, they know how it works. This is y'all. I think our listeners are savvy enough. My back, I got some dust on my camera. I'm wiping off for everybody on YouTube. But anyway, I got.
The maid didn't come here today.
Hey, listen, hush your mouth. Hush
Oh, my fault.
Telling his business.
My fault.
Why would you do that?
My fault. They all know you. They know you rich.
No, they don't.
They all know.
He rich, y'all. He rich. And
Anyway, I got my sweet sister Leslie Brown in the building.
Consuela ain't made it yet.
Go ahead and exhale, sweet sister Leslie.
Listen.
How you doing this week?
Hey, y'all. Hey. Good this week. I'm with Blaze for this spring training, and I'm definitely not talking about baseball. Okay,
That's crazy.
We gotta get
I'm
a new
with
round.
you though. I'm with you.
You got.
If nobody else is with me,
you got to replace the roster.
you are. Yeah, it's time to shake some shit up.
Mm-hmm.
It's time for some roster adjustments.
Time to shake some shit up.
You're a damn fool, Leslie. Let me ask you how any update on the therapist search?
Say that one more time.
Any update on the therapist search from last week?
I'm down to 2.
Down to 2. Okay, that's what's
down
up.
to 2. So I will be making contact tomorrow.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
So before we get started on our pod, what did y'all do this weekend?
Oh, I was outside.
I seen it. That's why I asked.
Yeah, I was outside. We had pretty.
I'm gonna have to start checking your shit, bro. Man, I'm gonna have to see what you up to.
Well, 9 times out of 10, I'm not posting much of anything because that's just how I am.
I'm gonna just FaceTime you. Just keep me on the phone.
That's how you do it. Because my shit do be lit. I just don't like people in my business. Y'all need to know where I'm at. And don't worry about none of that. Just know it's lit.
Hey, Leslie, them hoes be watching. I'm telling you.
I know. That's why I'm posting it. I don't need nobody popping up. Nah, You stay over there.
How do you feel about the hoes stalking your social media too? Like, how do you feel about that? Because like that ain't awkward. That ain't a violation of the game.
That is a serious violation. I
mean,
hate that shit.
They gonna do it anyway. That's why my page is public. Come through. You're literally not gonna find out anything. I don't post anything about work. I don't post about my personal life. Like, I don't post anything to where you gonna think that you know some shit about me. Like, half the time I'm just talking shit or reposting stuff. So you gonna come on my page, you're gonna be mad as hell because you're not gonna know anything that I'm doing. And if I do post that I'm somewhere, I'm probably gone already.
Oh, that's pretty smart. But yeah, I always thought that was foul. I can't stand people to be low key because to me, I know a lot of people take it that way, but social media ain't real life. Like, I think everybody in the mill take social media entirely too serious. Like they act like
I don't even think that's just exclusive to Milwaukee, man. I think people in general social
Yeah, it's
media is real.
ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
To me, that shit is entertainment. It's all funny. Like
all
I
funny.
don't be serious about shit on there.
Nothing at all, bro. Like
I don't have time to be serious with you whores. I got real life shit going on over here. I'm not going to run to Facebook about my problems. And to those who do, I'm not judging. I want anybody to think we're judging. I'm not. You post whatever you want to. That's your page. You pay that phone bill or that Wi-Fi bill, whatever. So you post what you want to. But me personally, there's a reason why I don't post like that. I can go back some years. It's been over a decade for sure. But I was dealing with a guy. He clearly was dealing with somebody else. And I was one of those that tags everything on Facebook. I was staying in Berryland at the time, checking in at Home Run Food Store, walking to the store, just everything I did. Excuse me, y'all. I checked in, right? And the lady ended up, like real life, finding my page. She literally made a whole fake Facebook page, requested all my friends on her fake page, and was posting stuff like, because I had ended up getting pregnant by the guy, like that I got pregnant in her house. Like people messaging me like, who is this lady? I knew nothing about the page. So she found out where I stayed, literally from me posting, and drove up and down every single block over in that area until she saw what was my car. And this lady was literally like stalking me in real life. She bust out all my car windows. I had an Expedition at the time. Bust out every car window on the driver's side of my Expedition. And I'm trying to clean the glass out my car because I'm like, I'm finna go return the favor. This bitch running up on me, y'all, with a hammer. Talking about I'm about to kill you. I'm about to kill you. And running up on me with a fucking hammer all over a nigga. So it was bad, y'all, to the point where I had to get a restraining order. And they gave me like a no firearm restraining order because the bitch was crazy. Mind y'all, I was like 25, 26. She's 10 years older than me. And the nigga was like 2 years younger than me. Yes, it was crazy. Like she used to play on my phone and she used to be like, I pray to God every night that your baby dies. I hope that your baby died. Like that's how crazy the lady was. And I actually ended up miscarrying too. But yeah, so that is why I don't post a bitch ass thing about anything serious, where I'm at, what I'm doing, none of that stuff, because people are
too messy, really
crazy.
And that was my whole point about people taking it too serious, because like I post shit on Facebook like that. I hate using Facebook just because I got just family that just don't understand like the level of mentality and shit that I be on, the jokes I be posting on Facebook. So I just go on Facebook and post and I leave. I don't look at nobody else shit, all that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like to me it'd be awkward as hell. Oh, okay. But anyway, for me it'd be awkward as hell for people to come at me for anything I post on social media. Like fam, like even 90% of the shit in this podcast, yeah, some reality mixed in there, but it's a lot of jokes that we tell on here as well. So don't take this too serious, y'all. Unless it's some information that we putting out, we letting y'all know what's serious about. The stuff in our personal life, it ain't that deep. Like, you know what I mean?
Don't take nothing else say serious.
It ain't that deep. These are jokes and for entertainment purposes only. So I don't want people to get too tied up with that. But man, since I introduced
everything I say seriously.
Yeah. Hey Kendall, that might come back to bite you in the ass in a minute.
Fuck them. I've never cared what anyone has ever thought of me. So
yeah. Well,
talk your shit, Cody.
Yeah.
Talk your shit.
Never ever.
Y'all stupid as hell. But man,
not even some of my family.
Yeah, that's a fact. I don't give a fuck. But the thing,
I revere them.
Yeah. I'm the same way. I revere my family, but I definitely don't give a fuck what they think about me, or family or friends. Say the guy's honest truth. Because I know where my morality lies, and I've always been a principled person. But like I said, when it comes to like certain social media shit, like that's the stuff I mean. Like, nah, these for jokes and entertainments. Like, nah, not at all. Y'all not getting the real me on Facebook and Instagram. Y'all already done got enough of my information thanks to the Patriot Act.
Okay, I don't even post my kids.
Nah.
People be like, damn, I didn't know you had a 3-year-old. It ain't for you to know. That means that I don't know you like that, baby. Because those that know.
Yeah, and if you know, you know.
Kids on social media.
If you know, you know. Before we introduce this first topic, though, I got a message for, and we can get into this later. But I got a message from one Dr. Phil. I thought this was pretty intriguing. I mean, a broken clock is right 2 times a day. So
stop trying to win arguments and focus on solving problems.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
And there's a huge difference between winning an argument and actually solving a problem. If you're going to solve a problem, and you can tell when you're talking to somebody whether they're trying to win an argument or they're actually trying to come up with an action-oriented solution to change a situation. If it's the latter, they'll sit down and say, okay, first, let's see what we agree on. I know we have differences, but let's see what we agree on. Now, how can I help you get what you need? How can you help me get what I think is important? And let's come up with some action steps to change this versus yelling at each other or being a right fighter.
All right. Yeah, that's enough of that shit. But do you remember this was right after Death of Auto-Tunes and Ye was going crazy with the Auto-Tune? He didn't give a fuck.
Everybody was going crazy with the everybody's still going crazy with the Auto-Tune.
Yeah, they still is. That's fact. Like, yeah, Jay-Z tried his best to kill it off, but it was like, nah. Thank you.
He was on an excellent campaign, but
hey, that need to be talked about, the influence Auto-Tune had on the whole music industry, man. That shit, I don't know, man.
Yeah, like I said, thank you, Atlanta.
Just masked a lot of bad singing.
Well, I love T-Pain, his auto-tune, okay?
Well, he can sing.
Right.
No, I want to go to
some people
Fest so bad.
Some people use it.
Tory Lanez is another one, even though he chose to simp out. But yeah, I mean, they do it perfectly.
Some people use it effectively. But
they
some
can
people
actually sing, right? Other niggas
just throwing that shit on everything. It's like the hot sauce. They put that shit on everything.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. You know who I hated using it, dog? Wayne. I was like, because I didn't understand why. Like, Wayne's voice was so unique. I didn't understand the reason why he would use it.
That's what he was doing his rock album.
It was just too much. It was too much. But yeah, some people, like I said, some people do it right. Because who was the first people to ever do it? Like, or the first people? It was funk inspired, right? Like, I think Zapp and Roger used to do it when we were younger.
Roger Travel.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, man.
They let these rappers get a hold of it, and they fucked it up.
Yeah, they fucked the whole auto-tune game.
Throw it up.
But the first topic I want to talk with y'all about right now, man, was solution-based thinking, right? We know our community is like littered with problems, oppression, all type of shit. So I just wanted to kind of talk to y'all about some kind of things that y'all face in y'all personal lives and ways y'all found solutions for it, right? So I know me coming from the environment that I come from, very single parent home, below the poverty line when I was growing up and whatnot. My mom's worked hard and shit. And she definitely provide for us and whatnot, but it was still times that we did struggle. So I heard a quote a while back that said that we become the adults to fix our parents' problems, right? So one of the things that I've always strived forward to was some kind of monetary success, right? And I know a lot of people talk about like inflation problems right now. Everybody complaining about how high groceries is and just how hard it is to get ahead, right? And one of the things that's helped me in my life is the stock market. So that's one of the solutions that I kind of want to bring to the show. I actually got something planned very special. It's going to be coming soon. I won't announce it just yet, but where I kind of want to show y'all some portfolio ideas and how to move forward with that. But one thing that I want to bring to the community, because I'm not sure if everybody is aware, but like I said, investing in the stock market, that's one of the things that's helped me a lot. And I've recently opened up a Fidelity brokerage account. This ain't an ad either. This is something I actually use, right? To where you can buy fractional shares. So I know initially I was telling people like, oh, you go buy a share of Apple, share of Amazon. Everybody ain't got $100, $200, $300 of disposable income that they can just do, every week or every month. So the reason I opened a Fidelity account is what Fidelity allows you to do is fractional share hosting. So you can take literally $20 and go buy a tenth of a share of Apple, or $20 and go buy a tenth of a share of Nvidia, or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? But that's just my encouragement to y'all. That's just one of the solutions that I found, is like, get into the stock market, educate yourselves. Like I said, there's other shows out there that do a better job of kind of doing a deep dive on it, and we can kind of revisit this in the conversation. But I also want to get my co-host input on some things that they've found that they've been struggling with in life, or some that they family might have struggled with that they found a solution around. So that's just my first offering to the group is investing in the stock market. Like Kendall, Blaze, either one of y'all want to go first, and Leslie, something that y'all have found to help y'all fix an issue that y'all been struggling with in y'all life?
But for me, investing been a big part of that the last couple of years. You know, me and you've been going hard on that.
Mm-hmm.
But most importantly for me, entrepreneurship, man. Like that was the only really route I had to go. So that set the ball rolling for me.
Can you explain why that was the only route you had to go?
Because I'm a multiple felon, and like it's like the barriers of entry for everything for me is like twice as hard for everybody. So like I like even for jobs, like it's hard to get jobs. So like you get tired of going out there and people telling you no all the time. So you got to make it happen for yourself. Even like housing, like in Milwaukee, like it was easy. You go out there, you cash people out. Like, hey man, I pay 6 months, I pay a year. But you know, out here, like they do background checks, everything. You can't even really get no cribs out here, you know what I mean? So you gotta like I had to go the business route so I could just, you know, put everything in my business name.
That's what's up. Yeah, I would never thought about that for a film. See what I mean?
Yep.
That's why I like doing those deep dives. But that's why entrepreneurship is huge, is largely important for you know, somebody with a decorated past.
you said it like I was an army vet.
Yeah. I mean, hey, listen, bro. Listen. So listen. This is why I said it like that, because you know, some of the things that we was into growing up, man, I'm seeing a lot of that shit become legal. Like motherfuckers are just walking around with guns. Like motherfuckers, like I literally was delivering ad the other day for a legal cannabis company. I said, bro, they just need to free everybody. Anybody with a weed charge need to be free, fam. Like, this is ridiculous. I said,
that's a fact.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
Yeah, I sent it to y'all. I'm like, fam, like, what the fuck? Like, really, bro? Like, this is what time it is? Like, and we still got cats locked up for marijuana right now, which is insane. But that was the reason I said that. Right, that was the reason I said it like that. Blaze, you got anything else to kind of expound on with that? Like, you got any? Because I know, like, everybody ain't as big of a hustler as you. So how would you kind of encourage somebody who might not be able to figure it out right out the gate, or might not have no support system or backlog of cash or anything like that? How is there anything you can?
Well, it's like it's gonna be hard regardless. Even for me, you know, and I had a lot of resources available, but even for me, it's hard because you know what I'm saying, it's all on you. So if you ain't got the initiative to just really go out there and do it, then you ain't gonna. I can't get that for you, man. You got to figure that out.
Okay. Leslie,
for real, because it's definitely gonna be a struggle, regardless.
Yeah. Leslie Kendall, Leslie, you muted. Production error.
I would say for me, teaching myself as well as my kids how to manage their money. We haven't necessarily got to the let's do full on investment level. We, you know, have to make, of course, baby steps, but like I didn't have that type of guidance growing up. So that was some things that we had to figure out on our own. You know what I'm saying? Like me and my cousin will always be like, girl, we got to have us a little stash. So no matter what we did, where we went, always had $100 bill folded up behind my wallet, like no matter what, or just stashed somewhere where I knew the money was there. So I'm trying to teach that to my oldest as well. Like, just because you got it, that don't mean, you know what I'm saying, you necessarily need to spend it. Just save your money. So that's something that I have to enforce within my family. Because like I said, I didn't have that. It was shit. You got it? Okay, spend it. It didn't matter. Let's do paycheck to paycheck. Like, I don't like being paycheck to paycheck. And I'm thankful that I have been blessed to not have to live paycheck to paycheck anymore. Like, I am very, very thankful for that, because it wasn't fun. Mm-hmm. Like, it's not fun having to wait, or like, okay, let me overdrive my account today because I know I get paid tomorrow. Like, that's not fun. And I didn't want that for me, and I didn't want that for my kids. So that's something, again, that I'm focusing on, just teaching my children. Just because you got it down to me, you spend it. Always have some money. Like, you always need some money. You never know what could happen. You always need a backup. So
Yeah, and I think and I think that's why like and we could talk offline a little bit about this too, but with investing and like once you have your savings account, like your emergency fund, which is basically 3 to 6 months of your income saved up. So in an event that you lose your job, you can have some immediate money to access, and that should be in a savings account. And that's as far as you should go. Well, I mean, some people can go farther, but that's as far as I would suggest you going with a savings account. Anything outside of that, that's when I suggest you start putting your money in the stock market, because you can beat inflation. Like the Fed's trying to get inflation under 2%, so 2% a year. I think we've been at like 7% a year. Am I correct, Blake?
Yeah, at least 7.
At least 7. But me and Blaze been
For the past 3 years.
Right. Me and Blaze been in the stock market for I've been in the stock market a long time, like at least 10 years. But like my personal investments, where I take my money and act as my own brokerage, my own broker, buying paper assets, I've been at like 15% a year. So I've been beating inflation regardless. Everybody else who just got their money on the sideline has been losing to inflation. And now they got these savings accounts since the pandemic was really Apple's fault, but you got a savings account where you can get up to 5% return. So even if you ain't gonna get directly in the stock market, you can at least do 5%. But once you
I'm at 14%. My investments was
14% a year. See what I'm saying? So like we beating inflation just by putting our money in the stock market, and that way you ain't got to really save money per se. Like, hey, let me throw some bread in the savings account. Let me stuff this in the mattress. You can make your money go to work for you. You know what I mean? So and we can, and like I said, we're gonna do a deeper dive later on to kind of tell y'all step by step how to get there. But like I said, Fidelity allows you to do it with any dollar amount. You can do it 5, 10, 20. You ain't got to be like, oh shit, I got to go. A share of Apple is $196. You can just go put, hey, I want to buy $20 worth of Apple, and in the Fidelity account, set it for market, buy it, and it's gonna transact. It might be a little bit lower, a little bit higher depending on the market, but like I said, it allows you to kind of like start making your money go to work for you. You know what I mean?
That's something I definitely would have liked to learn growing up, because messing around in the streets, you got large sums of money and you just got it sitting there, like you don't know what to do with it because you really can't. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's something I definitely would have liked to learn a long time ago.
Yeah, I remember the first time somebody brought up investing into me, and that was when I was first joined the Army. I was 21 years old. I didn't know what the fuck they was talking about. It was like they were speaking a foreign language. I didn't know what accounts to have, like anything, like, you know what I mean, how to set it up, nothing. Now, but it's a wealth of knowledge out there now, so it kind of helps with all that. You know what I mean? But I think a lot of investors, a lot of podcast stuff, they kind of talk over people's head, because the majority of people we know, man, they live in check to check, and I hate to say it, it just is what it is.
I think that's a culture thing too, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like I think we kind of gotta start back at the basics and let people know, hey, you can do it with as little as this. What it's gonna cost you to buy that number one with large fries and large soda, you can start actually investing in your future and seeing your money grow for you. And then once you start seeing it grow, it's kind of addictive. Like me and Blaze been talking about this shit nonstop since we opened our brokerage account a few years ago. That's all we talk about is investing in stocks and what companies to buy and what ETFs to buy. So and like I said, you can do it for your kids, Leslie. Now, like you can go on Fidelity and you can open them a custodial account. They call it UGMA or UPMA, depending on which version of the account you do, whether it's for school or for you to hand off to them when they get older. But you can start investing for them now, so that way that money that you're putting on the side right now, in 20 years when they get ready to go to school, you know what I'm saying, graduate high school or whatever, they got a large amount of money on the sideline for them. You know what I mean? Because the best way to grow money is time, letting it sit and mature. But continue what you were saying, Leslie. My bad. I just want to kind of digress there. Sorry about that.
No, you're good.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
Okay, that's all. Just that was your biggest struggle was financially.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Like, always, like Blaze was saying, like, you always have the money, but you know what to do with it. So as a woman, I'm gonna go shopping. Like, extra money, what?
Yeah.
Extra money?
Yeah.
That's an outfit. Like, what?
Yeah.
So
Telfair bag.
Yeah. hey, but I ain't gonna hold you though.
They had me in the chokehold. I got like 3 of them, and I had to stop. Like, that is it.
Yeah.
No more.
Yeah,
I've been doing good.
I ain't gonna hold you though. See, like, and the mindset that I've been in is like, if I'm gonna buy something, right, I at least want to own the company. So like I wear Nikes, I wear Adidas, I wear, you know what I mean. I got ETFs and stocks that actually have them in there. So when I go purchase it, now I don't feel guilty going to buy a pair of shoes because I'm like, shit, this is going towards this company, is helping them out. You know what I mean? So that's how I've always looked at it. Like, then you don't feel so bad spending money, and at least if you know you deploying your capital to bring you back some money, you ain't got no problem spending it either. You know what I mean? You can still, hey, oh shit, I done bought $2,000 worth of investment, so I'm gonna go ahead and drop this three bands on whatever I want. You know what I mean? So like, as long as you're doing both of them, I think life is about balance. I don't think you gotta be all the way one way or all the way. Some people go all the way.
For sure.
Yeah, I've seen some people go all the way. I've seen people sell their houses and invest the money in the stock market because they know a stock was gonna go on the run. But those are also educated people. I won't suggest anybody do that. But you know what I mean? I've seen people do crazy things like that because, you know, 10% of a million every year. Y'all do the math on that, and that's some people. That's more than some people's incomes. Kendall, yo go though, bro. My bad. I didn't mean to digress too far, but
You're fine. Yeah, I mean, me personally, like, you know, my kind of how I always live my life was trying to find like ways to just maximize, like, so that I don't have to have problems later in my life. And for me, like, it was a very easy decision, like, for me to transition into tech just because of the way that things were moving. At that time, you know, we were pretty much within that transition right after Y2K. So for me, you know, I'm very big on picking roles or opportunities or trades, or whatever you want to put it, you know, call it, put it around some level of technology. Even if you don't want to do like a job or anything like that, what I would suggest, it's the easiest way for you to be able to create exactly what you want is something based on tech, because you really can create whatever the hell it is that you want, whether it's AI, software engineering, whatever. You really can just create what exactly it is that's in your mind at this point in life. So I definitely would suggest that, especially if you're early in your life, you can invest early. You know, I didn't get a brokerage account right away, but I always had 401k, I always had pension, things like that. So I was always making investments from that perspective. But what I would definitely suggest is if you're 22 or whatever, try to contribute as much to your 401k, or I'm just talking about from a job perspective, if you're not an entrepreneur right away. But that's why I think the benefit of tech, just because you can be an entrepreneur even in that aspect, whether or not you have a job or whatever, you can still have that on the side and still have your money. And then still also a good thing about that is have health insurance, you know what I'm saying? So you can go get checkups, things like that, make sure that your health is good. You don't have to avoid that. Another thing is you have a health savings account. You can use that to invest as well and add those to your brokerage accounts, whatever you want to do with that stuff too. So it's not necessarily just for your health. You can also utilize that for investments as well. So always good to just have those things behind you. It's just a nice little safety net. You know, especially if you're not really good with money. You know, I wasn't the biggest finance person coming up, just because, again, the way I was raised, you know, my mom didn't have that luxury. So it was whatever we had to do to survive and things like that. We wasn't like we was just living on some bullshit, but you know, she was very prideful in certain ways, and she did a lot of things on her own just because she had to, because she didn't have the support that she needed in certain ways. So spending money was a thing. It wasn't so much saving, wasn't always the conversation, just because they didn't have the opportunity in certain ways. So I, you know, that wasn't necessarily my reality, but as I grew up, you definitely see those differences, and especially with like people in your family that have made investments and things like that, and to see how well off they are as well. So you know, just definitely, you know, I just would suggest those things when you're coming up in the world, and just making the things easier for yourself. So by the time you're 40, you can be done with everything for the most part. You know, if you invest well.
Right, man. I had to. I'm glad you brought that up about the like young people. I had a young man on my job when he first started. He was like 18 years old, and you know, I would always come to him and talk about, hey man, how you doing with your investments? Doing this, blah blah blah. Like this dude got my job matches 5% in a 401k. This dude live at home with his parents. He doing 10% contributions right now. Yeah. So I'm like, bro. I said I have never seen somebody young doing that. So I had to give him big encouragement. And like, bro, that's extremely thoughtful. Like that's extremely smart of you, because you 18, 19, you coming right out of high school working this type of job, you're gonna be way ahead of your peers, especially investing into your future like that. You know what I mean? You're gonna be way ahead of your peers.
Facts.
So
Yep.
yeah,
And
like,
companies these days ain't giving no pensions, so it's real good to invest as much as you can early in where it doesn't necessarily hurting your pockets if you're young. It's just,
Yeah,
especially if you're living with your parents, that's even better.
this generation got to look at retirement totally different.
yep.
Because it ain't gonna be a lot of services, social programs available for them.
That's right, because they trying to gut Social Security right now.
Yeah, they used to, that, like when our parents and generations before us, they used to have what they used to call a 3-legged stool. So you got your pension, you got Social Security, and then you had your own personal investments, which is basically 401k. That was a 3-legged stool. Think about this: like y'all done already heard the horror stories about what's going, like Social Security is probably going to be non-existent by the time we retire. You know what I mean? Or the next generation retires under us. And pensions are, and most jobs don't give a pension out no more. So now all you have is your 401k. To Blake's point. So if you're getting a 401k in your job, do your max contributions. Then I would encourage you to go do another type of either mutual fund or IRA or something like that, to where you can actually invest in, and then you'll have you'll be maximizing your potential, is what I'm saying. So yeah, definitely
Also life insurance policy too.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, 100%.
Whole life,
Yeah.
not that term shit.
Well, it's pros and cons with both of them, because I'm not a huge. I don't like the whole life one, but that's just my personal. Like I said, it's pros and cons with both of them. So yeah, I mean, do whatever fits you best. Just do your research. Most importantly, my bad. I didn't mean to just rebut what it said.
Oh no, I don't care.
Okay. I love Kendall. This is why he's my co-host. This is why he's my co-host. Yeah, man. So yeah, I think all that stuff is good, practical information to apply. But one thing I did want to ask you, Kendall, is since you in the tech field, have you seen people who with training in AI, since that's the big thing right now, and how is that changing the career field around you? Have you seen any of that yet?
Like how AI is changing things?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, as far as like jobs are concerned?
I mean, like, because I don't know at which level, and I mean, I'm not trying to put all your business out here, but I don't know at which level have you seen like AI programmers come in to incorporate, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I mean, more so.
Oh, well, I'm not gonna necessarily see that myself, but as far as like the way that things are transitioning, AI is huge, just because of Chat GPT and different aspects of AI that's coming aboard. You got the 4K and the different types of design, things like that. But I'm just talking about in terms of just make sure that you have some level of understanding behind that. You know what I'm saying? You don't necessarily have to be an AI expert, but just you all, if I'm just saying, if you're gonna make a tech transition, and I'm just saying in terms of where the jobs are moving, you just want to be able to speak to it. You don't necessarily have to be an expert behind it, but just have some level of understanding of what is going on with the transition of AI, machine learning, all those different aspects of what's going on. You got connected cars and things like that. All of this stuff is, in the AI realm. Yeah, connected homes. Internet
and tech is constantly evolving. So
right,
you know what
they
I'm
call
saying?
it IoT. So like Internet of Things.
Internet of Things.
Right. So anything, that's all going to be affected by AI at some point. That's why cybersecurity is huge. With cyber crimes, things like that that's going on to this day. You got companies and things like that get infiltrated. Healthcare, all of that stuff is going to be affected at some level of AI. With masking voices, things like that. So you just want to have some level of understanding with that stuff if you're going to get into that world. Even if you're not in tech, you have to have some understanding of that stuff. Just like, Microsoft Office, you know what I mean? You got to learn how to, use certain types of software. It's going to be the same way with AI.
Okay, man, I appreciate that insight. That's definitely definitely needed. I'm already seeing them starting to have AI generated Instagram models out here.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, they got the AI hoes, man.
They do politicians, they do celebrities, they call you, and you got older people that don't necessarily know what's going on. They thinking The Rock calling them for some donations, or Kanye. I'm not saying him for it, but I'm just saying, like, they're masking voices whatever way that they can, to try. I mean, we was making fun about the that video I sent recently where it was an Asian lady who was trying to sell some fake Jordans, and they was using a black man's face, masking it, and the dude had white hands. He was probably an Asian dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, but if nobody's paying attention to those hands, they just looking at the face. they don't know that that's not Kanye, but
Yeah.
they're just, oh yeah, it's Kanye. Damn, that's crazy. They on her stream, So AI is definitely, and I'm not saying you're gonna be that dumb to understand that, but some people just they're not gonna pick that up. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So that's the whole point of it being used.
Okay. All right. Well,
Well, not just that, but
yeah. I
people
got
that using it for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, I got you.
It's definitely some nefarious acts going on with that
Oh,
shit.
absolutely.
Well, listen, I don't know what kind of acts going into it, but I know one thing: this fucking SMH and AMSL, these damn ETFs that I done bought, that's AI leaning, been running it up, fam. So,
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, SMCI,
I mean,
another one, like they, man, killing it, bro. Oof, yeah, like
right.
so, yeah. But
One of mine just jumped crazy.
yeah. You got that the SMCI, the one I was telling you about?
No, I don't got that one. I got Pixies. They went nuts last week.
Okay. So yeah, that's just even more to our point about investing and the importance of it. But man, let's go ahead and switch gears here. I know y'all have heard about this young man, Darryl George, down here in Texas. Leslie, I'll let you go ahead and I'm lobbing it up to you, sister. I'm throwing it off the backboard to you.
Yeah, y'all, the poor baby. He goes to school in Texas. Just give me a second, see if I can. Oh, they don't have the name of the school, but it's a Houston area school district. He has locks. Everybody knows what locks are. Some people may call them dreads. Some people may call them dreadlocks, whatever, but everybody know what it is. So when he wears them down, that goes against the school's quote unquote policy. So they have like been restricting him from going to class, having him like in-house suspension, which is hindering him from, I guess, being on track, to graduate how he's supposed to. This is that and the third. So like him and his family has been fighting. On February 2nd, they went to court, to file a case against the school, and the court basically sided with the school and said that his hairstyle did violate the dress code. And if he doesn't comply or cut his hair, he will have to go back to the in-house suspension place where they sent him. It's they suspended him back, like I said, in August, and they sent him to an off-site disciplinary program for the entire school year. So he would have to continue down that route if he refuses to cut his hair. And according to him and his family, he's still not cutting his hair. So he's still going to try to do what he can and try to stick to it and keep fighting in court to allow him to be able to wear his hair. And I just think that is so unfortunate. Like, what is his hair doing to where it's disrupting y'all so-called school program? Like, what is the problem? Like, I need to know what the hair is doing to where it's taking it that far.
Yeah, man.
It's fucked up. Texas is weird. No offense to you.
I know the reason.
In a Texan, but that shit is just weird. Like, y'all think y'all can control every goddamn thing. Y'all make people say they can't have abortion. Like, just relax. Why y'all need to be in control of everything? Relax.
Yeah, Kim said he know why, but yeah, man. To me, the situation is definitely unfortunate because if I'm not mistaken, this is a public school, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, because I hadn't read all the details like on the school or whatever because I'm not in the Houston area.
Well, it's part of the it just says Texas School District, so it don't.
Oh, okay.
Specify
So it's probably
public or private.
Yeah, if it's ISD, it's probably a public school, but basically that's what they use down here is ISDs. But anyway, the thing that's unfortunate about the situation to me is just that, like I said, you can't do shit while black. Like I don't understand what this is doing. If this kid ain't a troublemaking kid, if he ain't like having outrageous outbursts, sometimes I think you just got to turn a blind eye. Like, okay, look, he violating the dress code, but whatever, fam. Like, nobody really give a shit, especially if it's a public school. Go ahead.
What I found interesting is that it was a recent Texas law that said you can't discriminate based on race-based hair discrimination.
Yeah, it's called.
So I don't understand how it don't fall under that though.
Yeah, it's called the Crown Act. It says Texas latest state to implement a version of the law. Let me see what Texas version of the law looks like.
And they probably being petty and saying that, since they've been going through this before the law's in effect, they probably won't consider that. You know what I mean?
Well, he should be grandfathered in.
It said
But you know they not gonna do that.
It said as of June 2023, 23 states has enacted the Crown Law into law, and more than half of the states have filed a pre-filled legislation for the consideration. About 1 in 10 states have yet to formally examine the Crown Act. So let me see, more than 40 local areas have enacted this law. U.S. Virgin Islands municipalities like in Ann Arbor, Michigan, Austin, Texas, Charlotte, North Carolina, Cincinnati, Tucson, Arizona, have passed the Crown Act, even though their states have yet to do so. So, yeah, the state of Texas haven't done it yet, but certain cities have. And Austin, the capital of Texas, where I live at, it's more liberal leaning. So it's not surprised to me that they've adopted this law. Like everybody always know, I called Austin the other A town, the white A town, because it's definitely extremely liberal here in Austin. So certain stuff like that is going to get passed early. But that's unfortunate, man. Like, I really hate this for this young man, like, because I can't believe that in 2024 that we still here, especially with all the different ways that the LGBT community, from being trans and all that type of stuff, has affected and molded our society. That him being able to wear his hair at a certain length is a violation. That's crazy.
It is an ISD school too. It's called Barber Hill High School.
Barber Hill, yeah. See, so that's, like I said, that's a public school, which is ridiculous, man.
Yeah, state district judge also ruled that school wasn't violating the state's Crown Act by punishing the teen over his length.
But that's my question though. Like, so what falls under the Crown Act? Like, what hairstyles fall under the Crown? Like a afro?
No, any natural protective hair. If I remember, because I remember the military was doing something like this. Let me let me pull it up right quick, because I'll tell you exactly what it says. So y'all keep,
okay. So why this young man don't fall under that protection though?
Because Texas hasn't passed it yet. Austin has, just the state's capital. They've enacted the Crown Act here in Austin, but not the whole entire state.
Oh, that's not statewide.
No, it's not statewide.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just certain cities in certain states. I think I just read the ones, like I said, the Virgin Islands, Ann Arbor, Michigan, Austin, Charlotte, North Carolina, Cincinnati, Tucson, Arizona, the only cities within those more conservative states who've actually passed these laws. That's I don't know, but let me finish looking it up while y'all can keep talking over it. I want to look at the rest of what's actually in the Crown Act.
Well, I know he was. They suspended him based on the length of his hair, so that was the reason for it. But
okay, here you go. It said the Crown Act was created in 2019 by Dove and Crown Coalition in partnership with the State Senator of California to ensure protection against discrimination based on race-based hairstyles by extending statutory protection to hair texture and protective styles such as braids, locks, twists, knots, and workplace and school. So I was remembering it right, because the military had a big deal about that too. Like, they would call certain hairstyles that black men and women wore in the military as faddish. So women couldn't wear cornrows or and stuff like that. So
I can't wear cornrows, but I can go blow this little person's head off.
Right, right, which is ridiculous. But check this out. Even wearing a bald head at one point was considered faddish in the military.
There you go.
Yeah. So like I said,
so what the hell do they want y'all to do?
Wear a hat.
Bowl cuts?
No, high and tights, fades, stuff like that, and that nature. And the reason being, a lot of I'm going off of their rationale is because like even
their rationale,
but even wearing like facial hair, right? Because we got certain like gas masks. A gas mask won't seal if you have facial hair, so you have to be clean shaven. Because so if I try to put a gas mask on, my hair is going to create a break in the seal, which is going to.
That part I understand.
Yeah,
it was a company in Texas that wanted us to work for them, that told my guys they got big beards, a lot of facial hair, told them they had to cut their beards off. They was like, "No, we good."
Yeah. A lot of people won't do it, but yeah, it's sometimes, like I said, it's practical.
Some men can't afford to cut that beard.
it's makeup.
Keep
for
that
men.
beard, baby. You keep your beard, baby. You find something else. Don't cut that beard, baby.
Yeah, but a lot of times, like I said, it's considered it's for practical reasons outside of just, hey, I don't like the way it looked, for being unsightly. And most jobs that require you to wear a uniform, they want some kind of semblance of like professionalism without you having facial hair or whatnot. But whatever. But yeah, man, I think this is completely unfortunate. I'll be glad when we get past this type of stuff, because this is a damn shame that we still here right now. But we know what time it is, man. We know what time it is. Like we just talked about this last week with the Fearless Fund. You know what I mean? Like anything that benefits Black and brown people, for the most part, is gonna get shot down. And this is just one of those things. Yeah, and it's because these brazen conservatives that Trump has appointed and all type of stuff. That's the problem with dude. I know a lot of Black people like to fuck with dude, but that's the problem with him, man. He's divisive as fuck. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and that's why I don't deal with it. I don't give a fuck about none of his politics. He too divisive for me, fam. And we still got a long way to.
Those are his politics.
Right.
You don't talk about no policy.
Mm-hmm.
None.
Mm-hmm.
Other than keep the Mexicans out. He didn't even do a good job of that.
Hey, did you see him at the border though? He was waving to him.
And
they like Trump. He said,
you gonna throw some more paper. He's gonna throw some more paper towels over the fence.
He said, even they like me. He trying to keep them out there hollering, Trump. I was dying.
The reality is niggas like Trump because they make them laugh. That's all these niggas.
Hey, that nigga is pure comedy, dog. That nigga is pure comedy, man.
That's all that man is ignorant.
Right. I mean, and that's cool if it was like a reality show or a Donald Trump TV show, but like, nigga, you're supposed to be the president. Like, that's crazy.
Look. And that's these dumb motherfuckers that keep voting for. Hey, but to me, pure comedy.
Yeah, them conservatives, they don't really like it there.
You get your shoes yet, Kendall?
All right.
Nah, I'm good.
Okay.
All right, man. We ain't doing this.
They on the way.
So our next topic. I'm livening up to Kendall right quick. United Airlines and they newest kung fu trickery. In the words of Black Dynamite.
Yeah. So there was actually a New York Post article about this. So where the TSA is no longer requiring IDs or boarding passes at certain airports. If you're a pre-check customer, United Airlines has pretty much started this process. They're offering pre-check customers like a touchless experience during bag drop, and starting at O'Hare and LAX airports. So it's basically there's a shortcut kiosk that you can go to where the customers can like take a photo and then they can do their bag drop there and it'll print the tag out for them. All you have to do is if you're already a current pre-check customer, you just give them your known traveler's number when you're booking your flight or when you're checking into your flight. You can enter it at any time. And then you just also have to opt in to allow the airline to take like a facial scan, which they already do.
They do already.
Right. So the goal is to give customers a more seamless experience so that they can move quickly through the lines. Experts still do say to just continue to bring your ID though in the meantime until they actually update it permanently for all airports. But then I guess that's not supposed to take place until like May of 2024. But I think this is great, especially for our listeners that do a lot of traveling, especially if you do have pre-check, TSA pre-check. Certain airports it might not matter like for certain people, but like when you on your way back, you know what I mean? That's really the thing. I definitely am a TSA pre-check kind of dude because I just don't like all the shit they be doing with the general population when you got to go through all those scanners and all that shit. It just takes too damn long and it's just inefficient. So if you don't have pre-check, definitely consider it. It's only like I think it's less than $100 for like 5 years.
I applied like 30 days ago, $79.
Okay.
And they outsourcing a lot of the leg work. So like we used to have to go to a certified center like back in the day, and they might have to wait in line like a DMV. I went to a little place. It was just one dude in there with a machine working. It took me 15 minutes.
Yep.
Because they was outsourcing it. So
there's also global. What's it? Global something.
Global entry.
Global entry. I think that's like maybe included. I could be wrong. Definitely do your research. It might be maybe cost effective to get global entry if it includes.
I know it's good to have both. Yeah. I don't got global entry, but it's good to have both.
Okay. I never looked at somebody was telling me about it, so I never researched it, but I heard that's also good.
I can't get a passport, so I don't need to be global. I don't need to be global.
That's so fucked up, dog. This country crazy. But yeah, definitely if you ain't got pre-check and you travel a lot, for sure get it, man. It definitely changes everything up, and I appreciate what United Airlines is trying to do because this shit is
Do
long.
you, Kendall? Do you got the digital ID in your wallet on your
No,
phone?
I don't have that yet. I haven't done that yet.
I think it's state specific.
it's
I don't think it's every state has it yet.
No, it's only 4 states. It's Arizona, Colorado, Georgia, and one more state. But,
See, I still have.
but I have used it at the airport though, and it's valid.
Yeah, I still have Wisconsin ID.
Oh. Yeah, you ain't get it.
In the words of Kendall, niggas
we'll
gonna need
that. We'll cross that bridge when we need to.
When do it expire, dog? Hey,
knows?
hey, driver's license here is good for 50 years, bro. That's why I can't do these motherfuckers drive.
Wow.
Yeah, my shit don't expire for 50 years. Well, my CDL,
Damn.
now that I got a CDL, I think it's like 15 or 20, but a regular Arizona driver's license don't expire for 50 years.
Yeah, I do think. What's that, Leslie? You can speak to it. That real ID or something like that. I think we do. I think I do got to get one.
Everybody got that.
Is that everybody? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, that's different. That's like
that's separate. Okay, but yeah,
I'm
gonna
like a
get
little
one.
green hologram or sticker on your license. That you gonna have to have that. I think it's this year. Is it this year or next year?
I thought it was like 2 years ago because I think
it's 2025.
I'm gonna tell you,
it was something else that you had to have, but a real ID is separate from that.
Oh, okay. I'm talking about that. Texas was not playing with that real ID shit. We had to have, I got that shit ASAP. I was because I was not trying to not travel. You know what I mean? So I got that shit ASAP.
Oh no,
I've had mine for like 2 years. Yeah, I've had mine for like 2 years now.
That's interesting.
But damn, what's I about to say about the digital? It's crazy how you get these people out here who still think that staying off of social media and not having certain things, not putting certain information out there is going to protect them. Fam, it's a wrap. That ship has sailed. Like,
oh yeah,
I think.
After Bush,
after
Bush
living
signed the Patriot Act, it was done.
Yeah, living off the grid is
that's not a reality.
Possible.
It's not a reality. It's impossible. Yeah,
I'm just trying to avoid high insurance rates.
Yeah. Well, good luck with that shit. Like, man, we had speaking of high insurance rates, we had a hail storm come through down here. Our shit damn near doubled. My homeowner's insurance. Like, I'm like, God damn, man, they don't give you no breaks, fam. Because all these deductibles that everybody had to come out last year. Because we had a hailstorm that completely wrecked our community down here. I got people that I know still getting new roofs and new cars totaled and everything from the hailstorm because it was softball size hail. Like, I'm telling you, bro, hail as big as my hands. Like it's nuts, bro. Like I couldn't believe that shit. But anyway, I don't want to digress too much, but yeah, that was to my point. That shit.
Yeah, we had a hailstorm issue here last year.
Yeah, that ship is sailed, y'all. So do what you gotta do, cause yeah, you're gonna be, your information is gonna be somewhere. You're gonna have to have a digital footprint in a minute. It's gonna be like cyberpunked out here. But some more unfortunate news, Blades, on this whole house buying conundrum that we have right now.
It was an article in Fortune magazine. The title is "Buying a House Has Gotten so expensive that homeowners need to make about $50,000 more than they did pre-pandemic to afford one." So it's one of the few good things to happen during the pandemic was sub 3% mortgage rates, which allow younger and lower income buyers to break into the housing market. But that abruptly changed in 2022 and 2023 when mortgage rates and home prices skyrocketed, peaking at 8% in October 2023. These factors led to an extremely strained market, which homeowners clung to their current properties in fear of higher mortgage rates, and fewer new buyers could afford to buy a home. Indeed, housing affordability has gotten so bad that prospective buyers need to make about $50,000 more than pre-pandemic in order to comfortably afford a home. So by comfortably, they mean comfortably affording a home in today's market means having the financial capability to cover mortgage payments, property taxes, insurance, and other associated costs without significant financial strain. So they was talking about no more than 30% of your income. Now buyers need to make an average of $106,000 to afford a home, which is 80% more than January of 2022. So a typical home they define as costing $343,000. So mortgage rates have pretty much doubled to over $2,200, assuming a 10% down payment. So it's rough out here for people in the buying market because a lot of people it's a lot of homes available, but the prices is inflated, and then the people that already own homes, they trying to hold on to them because who want to sell their house and then go get something that's gonna cost them twice as much.
Especially
so it's just kind of messed up right here right now in the housing market, depending on where you at. But in most bigger cities, it's crazy. I know a few of us that experience. Kendall got his head raised.
Yeah.
But it say, but hold on, it say, but while looking at mortgage rates and home prices alone is dire enough, wages also haven't kept up with the demands of home purchase. They say a household earning $59,000 in 2022 could comfortably afford a mortgage, but that's not the case no more. So,
yeah,
you need to make double that just because of the rise in interest rates and the fluctuation in home prices.
Which
it's rough out here, man.
Yeah, it's definitely rough out here, but and this is my thing, man, because I didn't want to go here, but because this wasn't on the docket, but everything that you just said, Blaze, right? Like you have to make up to $106,000 right now to be able to afford a house over $340,000.
Right.
So in our community, and I hate to I don't like to beat up on us too much or like preach, but we have an issue with managing relationships, friendships, family relationships, romantic relationships, and I think this is an important reason why like people need to do better at managing relationships, because a 2-income household can comfortably afford that right now. Like, you know what I mean? If y'all are making over $60,000 a year,
the median income is 68,000.
Right. So
we know median. That don't mean black people necessarily.
Right. But like I said, if you're making at least $60,000 a year, you can comfortably afford a house, you and your spouse. But what a lot of people do is they go either get in a relationship where they ain't equally yoked, where they ain't happy, or just something because of commitment, and you know what I mean, and we just don't garner it no more. You know what I mean? Like nobody respects like the fact, like just the sanctity of marriage and being in a relationship with people like that. Because once you get that, life gets a lot easier. I'm speaking from experience. Like life gets a lot easier once you start once you take relationships seriously, friendships, business partnerships, all that. We have an issue with that in our community, fam. Like you see it, people. I ain't cool. I don't fuck with dude no more. I don't fuck with this family member no more. And it's always almost absolute in our communities. You know what I mean? And if we learn how to resolve conflicts, build healthy relationships so we can keep our households together. And I know it ain't for everybody, but for the people out here who want to be in a relationship, who's striving to work towards that, fam, y'all steady out here playing, and we not making big enough strides forward in our community. Y'all just becoming statistics. You know what I mean? Like so my whole thing is this: like if you in want to get married or you plan on that, do it the right way, fam. Like get married for the right reasons, not just for a bag. Actually want the marriage and not just the fucking wedding. And like I said, come together. But we got to do better as a community, garnering these relationships and start holding people accountable, fam. Because it's just so many people out here who just not doing the right thing and just do not care. Like, you know what I mean? As far as relationship, and it's not getting cheaper, and we ain't doing nothing but falling further and further behind as a culture group. Like we ain't. It's not getting easier, cheaper, and they definitely ain't making it easier for us. So.
Definitely not.
That's it, man. I'm sorry. I didn't want to get off my soapbox now, but these motherfuckers.
I mean, I just think it's a combination of issues, and I mean, a lot of it is out of people's control too. Like you can't fight inflation. you not gonna the interest. They gonna keep raising the interest rates. The Fed gonna keep raising the interest rates.
So get married and get a house.
Yeah, but
basically what you gotta do.
Yeah, basically 100%. But also what I'm saying.
But a lot of people choosing to. That's why the rental market is the way it is now. They inflating the prices on that. So it's like you getting screwed over either way.
Yeah, because somebody gonna have to carry it. Like if you renting, your rent is not going. If somebody's mortgage is going up, your rent is gonna go up. It's just practical. And most people who own a home ain't bought it cash. They bought it to leverage it to cash flow. So if that mortgage is $1,500 a month, they're gonna charge you $300-400 more than what the mortgage is. You know what I'm saying? Like so,
right?
But anyway, so you're gonna carry that cost somewhere. A
lot of these places like the rent going up, and they sometimes more than what you would be paying for a mortgage, but it's that barrier of entry because a lot of people don't got the initial down payment to put on a house. A lot of people can't get approved. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't even you know what I'm saying, people's fault. Like they just not approving niggas. Like that's just
but
what it is.
let me go back to something that you said earlier because
Kidda, put your head down.
All right, but let me go back to something that you said earlier though.
But I'm saying that's a prime example though, because like
Mhm.
we know people that got everything done the right way and it's still not getting approved. So like,
I'm not.
Yeah.
I gotta get married.
Yeah, but
but that shouldn't be the case though.
you're right.
I agree.
Let me,
But prior to 2020 though, like it would have been a whole different landscape for you though.
Right. It shouldn't be the case, Blaze. That's fine with people not being able to get married. But also, like I said, is we see that the game is rigged against us. They not playing fair. Like we just talked about inflation. The way you beat inflation is by investing, buying paper assets, becoming an entrepreneur, doing something that's going to get you getting another skill, going into AI. Like that's why we having these conversations, because that type of stuff can fix these issues. But I think a larger issue on top of our community is just not the garnering of the relationships, fam. Nobody gives a fuck about relationships no more. You know what I mean? And everybody,
No, that's a fact.
And everybody out here playing. Like y'all still playing. Y'all think y'all can have 10, 12 hoes on the sideline and only making $80K a year. Like fam, like that's cheating is a rich man's game.
Them hoes eating up y'all discretionary income.
On God, they eating up y'all discretionary. That's why niggas out here arguing about $500 dates.
You
know what I'm saying?
And now the ones don't like Cheesecake Factory. Oh, y'all fucked up.
Y'all fucked up. That's
$500 dates,
bro.
It was take them hoes to Nobu,
bro. It was a whole argument. It was a whole argument on Twitter about and I know the internet ain't reality, but I'm just keeping it a buck. Like these women is expecting niggas to take them on $500 dates. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I mean? And if you don't keep it a buck, if you're going out to a bar or a nightclub, like you gonna probably be spending $300 any goddamn way. You know what I mean? So you ain't too far off. Like by the time you get your drinks and everything like that, or your section or table or whatever, you ain't too far from that anyway. So like this shit is inflated. Fam.
That's a cheap night.
That's what I'm saying. And shit is inflated, fam. Like so my whole point is this: if niggas stop playing, fam, and get serious about life and where you trying to move forward to in life, and stop acting like y'all got time on y'all side, because all the time that y'all wasting is time that y'all could be investing into your future. All this bullshit that y'all doing now, and I'm grateful because I know a lot of these, a lot of our audience and a lot of these young kids out here now, they're getting to it. Like you know, what I mean, at least
they would love to get married,
right?
And
they
very
financially
savvy when it comes to shit like that.
Yeah. And
I know a lot of people young people that's doing good.
They actually want to get married, so.
Right? Yeah, that's my whole point. Like you know, what I mean, it's a lot of the youth out here doing better, but a lot of people our age that's like 38 and up, man. I'm telling y'all right now, y'all don't got that time is not on y'all side. If you a woman and you just got divorced and you celebrating that shit, you a fool. If you like the only time you supposed to be celebrating that shit if it was toxic, but I'm talking about like you done spent 10 years with somebody and y'all done wasted all that damn time, and now you out here single thinking you about to be in this club and catch it. Nobody want your old ass. Go sit the fuck down some goddamn way.
Don't nobody want your old ass. I'm telling you.
Yeah. So you hey, I'm telling you, fam. Like nah, it ain't sweet. Like I done seen women. I signed my divorce papers and they happy as hell. Now what you gonna do?
They doing TikToks on it now. They having parties and shit.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Now what you gonna do?
Count down to the divorce papers signing.
right.
I be seeing that shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like what are you gonna do? You out here looking stupid. Like and then
I saw a lady the other day. She wanted to divorce her husband because he what they say he wasn't taking her out on dates or wasn't it wasn't even nothing he was doing. He just wasn't spending enough time with her or something. She wanted to divorce that man and put him on child support.
I know somebody right now going through the same situation. Personally, they got 3 kids together and they going through a divorce.
That don't sound kind of crazy to you though.
Yeah, but I mean, but here's the thing, and this is what I'm talking about with doing better with relationships. Like that's some of that accountability falls on a man too. Like because niggas get a woman and then
100%. But I'm saying divorce is the answer.
I don't think divorce is the answer. 100. I don't at all. But my whole thing is this: is like when what happens is when people get in a relationship, they get complacent. I've seen men get in relationships and they doing everything for their family and their moms, and they forgetting to romanticize their women. Like you know what I'm saying, take them out, take them on dates and all this type of shit. You got to women, stagnant people get bored. So you got to make sure that you're doing the right thing. And yeah, you know, divorce might not be the answer, but you still got to do the relationship thing, and I think a lot of people, like I said, a lot that get lost on a lot of people.
Man, I know a young lady right now that's going through some similar situation. Man, she her husband cheated on her and had a baby with somebody else. she want to get a divorce, but financially, she like, shit, we might as well just stay together. They got a house and everything. She like, we might as well just keep it the same way now because she can't afford it.
Right, codependency. Might as well be a roommate.
Yep.
I know, I know a chick right now with a girlfriend, a boyfriend, and a husband. And they got 3 kids together, but he want to stay there and raise his kids. They go to all they basketball games, all that type of shit. So, hey, it is what it is, fam. Like it's a dirty game out here, but them building happy and healthy relationships is more so my greater point. Like, you know what I mean? From friendships, if you got a bunch of toxic ass people around you, move them toxic ass people out your company. If you ain't learning nothing from your immediate circle, might want to move, like spend less time with your immediate circle. I ain't saying move around like and not be friends with the people, but spend less time with them. Focus on yourself. Focus on what you need to do your financial goals, your relationship goals, all that type of shit. Because that if you're not moving forward in life, fam, and like I said, these people ain't playing with us out here, fam. It's just gonna continue to get worse. It's just gonna continue to get worse. That's all. But I'll get off my soapbox on that, man. What's going on with Diddy, y'all?
Man, Diddy been having it rough, man. I don't know who he pissed off, man.
He ain't got no relationships. He ain't got no.
He better say sorry to somebody, cause man,
this last one, I don't know. He might be in trouble.
it's good thing. Man, that shit, that's some bullshit. I don't like believe that shit.
The producer guy said that he was being sexually assaulted. He got like sexually assaulted by one of Young Miami cousins. Diddy tried to groom him to go with like Cuba Gooding Jr. Like, who the hell would have gone goddamn Cuba Gooding Jr.? Like, the hell?
Cuba Gooding Jr.
And we know Cuba a wild boy.
And that he tried to make him mess with Stevie J, and it's some type of video with Stevie J supposedly having a good time with some white man, like all kind of stuff.
Didn't somebody come out and say that wasn't Stevie J though?
He said that wasn't him.
No, somebody like the actual person in the video came out and said that.
Oh, okay.
No, that's me.
Well, fact of the matter is they ain't coming for him.
I just think man, like, you know, when one thing happened, man, he had the settlement with Cassie or whatever, so it's just gonna be people coming back to back.
But he is doing that freaky ass shit. That man is freaky. All these people not lying on him.
Oh no,
his ass been doing some freaky shit because they have. It's too much proof.
He's a freaky ass nigga, but you now anybody can say anything now.
He's a heinous ass nigga. That's what he is.
But now anybody come out and say whatever.
His workers had to wear like fanny packs, and they had to have like the fanny pack had to have like weed in there, crack or coke or whatever, some pills, some other little coke mixture that was like pink, but whatever drug of his choice, it had to be available on whoever the hell was walking past.
He kept party packs with him. He a wild boy.
They party with me, daddy. That's what he meant when he was talking about.
But I'm saying though, like
over there cutting up.
Like we've been learning a lot about celebrity culture and the extracurriculars they've been participating in. Like even with like all the Epstein shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we just gotta let it go, man. These motherfuckers weird, man. They get all that money. They get all that money and they do weird shit.
Let it go. Get all their ass.
Disney Kids is about to have I think a 2-part, possibly 2 or 3-part series. I think it might come on Lifetime. I think I could be wrong. Don't quote me on it. But it's about to be a series with some Disney child stars coming and telling their truth how they were treated.
I remember hearing that they had a lot of predatory motherfuckers working with them, like. Especially them young girls.
Of course.
So, tell on all these little nasties.
Get all of them, absolutely.
They don't need to be protected. Tell that shit.
What they doing to them? Nothing.
Oh no, I'm saying if you seeing charges or people getting sued and they losing money, hit them pockets.
Oh yeah, you get them lawsuits.
That's what I mean. Or because they're not gonna go to jail, right? I mean,
that's the only way that you.
Only nigga they locked up was R. Kelly.
Especially if they don't look like if they don't look like us, they ain't going to jail. So I'm just saying. So hit them pockets. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. But I think this is the greater point is celebrity worship. It's a sick environment. I don't know why people look up to them like they do and hold them
I
in
do.
such regard. Like why is it?
Because people have issues with identity of themselves, and that's why they gravitate towards celebrities. This has been going on forever. So that's the reason. You have to have self-identity. If you don't know who the hell you are, you have to figure that out. Otherwise, you're gonna worship idiots, and you're gonna fall for everything they say. You never gonna disagree. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna just everything they say, you're gonna damn near ride with because that's your guy or that's your girl. That don't make no damn sense. I grew up, probably I could. Well, let me be. I don't really have words. Shaq. I love Shaq growing up as a kid. Love him. I don't give a damn what Shaq said. He starts talking some coon stuff, or let me not say that word. He starts talking some foolishness or something that's disrespectful towards, which he has in certain, not as extreme to say as Charles Barkley. But when he says that shit, I disagree with it every time, and I don't ride with none of that shit because I don't care about Shaquille O'Neal. I don't know him. So again, I don't get me wrong. I don't want nothing to happen to him. I love all my people, whatever. But that's the reason. You have to understand who you are. Otherwise, you're gonna start, riding for these people that don't even know you.
Okay,
Once they do some wrong shit, call them out.
That makes perfect sense. I didn't think of it in that aspect. That's what I said. I didn't intellectualize it like that. But you 100% right about that because I've always known who I am. So that's why I never gave a fuck about celebrities like that at all. And also I guess being from Los Angeles kind of help with that because my mom always told me when I was younger, like, don't worry about them celebrities. They just people with jobs. You know what I mean? Like that's it. I've only had a few weird celebrities obsessions, and that was more so because I was thinking with the wrong head. I used to love Lil' Kim when I was younger, y'all. I'm sorry, I must admit.
Hey, you ain't wrong.
Yeah. But yeah,
Nothing wrong with identity.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. We're gonna do that.
We look crazy.
We ain't gonna do that right now because it's a couple of celebrities looking crazy. I just sent one to the group chat this morning.
Man,
that has been blown.
I was so disappointed in that shit,
bro. You know what's even more so disappointed because like we saw the movie and the movie I'm talking about is King Richards, and then we see this, like, bro, come on, fam, like. But I guess it's. Yeah, 100% identity. I guess it's just. I guess when, like I said, when she get
especially all the people that she was around all her life doing that tennis shit, they was tearing her up. Come on, man, stop playing. 100%.
Damn, man, it's very.
You had people she was going against with putting paper towels in their butt to make fun of her.
Right.
Come on.
Yeah, it's so unfortunate. She out here looking nuts. But anyway, sports updates. What is our Bucks doing?
Yes, sir. Let's go. Let's just talk about
this. Our last topic, listeners. So y'all can just fast forward if y'all want to. The ones who don't want to hear this shit.
Great. Oh yeah, because we don't give a fuck about what y'all talking about anyway. So.
Right.
Shout out to Patrick Beverly, man. I'm appreciative of Doc right now. I'm loving what he's doing because he definitely knows how to coach stars. But I just appreciate the veteran players that he's picking up, former players that he's played in his from his former teams, from like. What's my man name? The Italian dude. Gallinari, Patrick Beverly. I'm loving these pickups for a veteran perspective. I also love the fact that, I've been listening to Patrick Beverly's podcast since he was probably with the Lakers. So I'm just appreciative of like a perspective from a player. That's why I do like to listen to certain sports podcasts. And he was talking about how they came off of that back-to-back when they played the Heat before they back-to-back before the All-Star game. And he was talking about how they pretty much revamped as a team as a result of losing 2 straight after they from the Heat situation. And he was talking about how in the team meeting, how Giannis had before even Doc was able to speak, he just got right up there and was like, "Don't think about the future. Think about right now. We need to have fun right now. Don't think about the playoffs. Let's focus on the Let's focus on basketball." You know what I'm saying? And he was like, if we got to box out, we got to box out. If we got to send them left, we got to send them left, send them right. Basically holding each player accountable. You know what I'm saying? That's what I appreciated the most. And Pat himself was saying he was wild by the shit because him as Giannis being a younger player, he said he himself, and Patrick Beverly talking about himself, him as a leader, you know what I'm saying? Not like a leader from a team's perspective, but like a defensive leader on a team. You know what I'm saying? He ain't like a Giannis per se. But he said when the first message is not coming from the coach and instead it's coming from the player, he said it does a lot for you as a player. And he started talking about how they session after that. They had some practice sessions. They started playing ones, you know what I'm saying, up to 15 type shit.
You know how that go. You know how that
And he
go.
said that shit got crazy. You know what I'm saying? He was talking about how he was like, man, we chipping after mouth. You know, he said then we got into the 5-on-5s. He said, and that's when the practice had kicked off at the Minnesota game because they was at University of Minnesota, I think, where they was practicing. And he said, and then since then the Bucks have won 5 straight. So like that's the reason why I always talk about veterans, man. Like the importance of them, just because they bring us a different type of energy. You know what I'm saying? For a young man that don't necessarily have those types of dogs on those teams. And I just saw the last game against the Bulls. Giannis had like 46. He just passed Sidney Moncrief too with Bucks franchise wins. I think he had like 489. He just passed Magic Johnson in the all-time scoring list. Lillard had like 16. He hit some huge shots in the first half. Brook was like 4 of 8 from 3. But Pat Bev, bro, he had like 14 in the fourth quarter, all in the fourth. He was just busting the Bulls' ass. You know what I'm saying?
You could tell that watching them play that the intensity done kicked up.
Bro, kicked the hell
and
up.
That's what they needed because they were just, I don't know what they had going on before.
Yeah, they definitely look more polished because I told y'all my whole, and I hate to bring him up again, but Adrian Griffin, like they just didn't look polished with him. Like they didn't look like they was running no offensive sets or anything. They were just out there hooping. With Doc, it definitely looks a lot different. And I'm surprised. I know it was a lot of Doc naysayers, like a lot of people that did not want to see Doc Rivers coach the Bucks.
The way it happened, correct?
Right, and
because you fucking up Adrian Griffin money.
Right. I want to argue that this is probably one of Doc's most talented teams outside of maybe. Well, no, I'll probably just say this is because this I love
some of them Clipper teams. He has some heat on.
Yeah, but I still. Yeah. But bro, Giannis is just different. Like this is like if Doc.
Yeah, but that's just one player.
Yeah, but I mean, I love bro. You know how I feel about Brook Lopez and Dame and all that shit.
Not compared to the Clippers though.
Yeah, but maybe from maybe from top to bottom. But Giannis is just different. Like this is, like I said, this is the equivalent if you gave Doc Rivers Shaq. So, but yeah, I'm loving.
But I also loved. Pat was also on the podcast talking about how he be in Bobby ear, and Bobby has been looking like a 6th man of the year since then. So, so again, like I said, I'm not taking nothing away from Doc, but I'm appreciative of the veteran players that he went to go get, the coaches on the floor, because I think that's really where the listening is coming from the most. Because that's what it takes, man. Like that's why we had a PJ Tucker. You know what I'm saying? Those types of players, like where you need somebody else to be in those ears. Pat Connaughton is leading the league in 3-point percentage right now, or on the Bucks since January. Bucks shooting like 17 of 48 from or players since the All-Star game been shooting 17 of 48 when guarded by Jay Crowder. Like right on time for the playoffs. Like more ball movement is happening. Finally Dame is more comfortable in the pick and roll with Giannis. So, I think we first in defensive rating right now, first in opponent scoring. So, like, it's a good turn, and they're doing most of this without Chris on the floor right now because he's still injured. And the major thing that I love that Doc has finally done is Joe Prunty is the main assistant now on the Bucks. You know what I'm saying? He right up under Doc. I don't know who he was doing before then, but fuck that dude. Let's bring Joe Prunty up because he actually knows the Bucks and understands how, because they was winning when Joe Prunty was interim coach, right?
Right.
I know you remember that, Blaze, as well. So, and the only criticism I got of Doc right now is play Ajax. I don't like how he ain't in the game. They just had him down in the G League for some reps, but bring him up in the game more than just the fourth quarter. I know what they're trying to do in terms of getting the playoff roster ready, but make sure Ajax in that roster as well, because he's gonna be great for the high energy that he brings to the team.
I totally agree with you, and I didn't even pay that no attention that they weren't playing him like that. I didn't even know he went down to the G League.
They ain't playing him at all.
They definitely tightened up their rotation.
Doc don't fuck with young players. That's his problem. So only time I ever seen him fuck with young players is when he had the Celtics with Rondo. But other than that, he really don't involve the young players like that. And I get it because his veterans win the championships, but definitely put Ajax in there, especially since we got Clippers, Golden State. They 12-3 right now since Draymond got back. Lakers, Clippers again, Sacramento, and then Philly. So that's gonna be a nice little testament to what how they playing right now and see what
they got some tough games coming up.
Yeah, so that's they toughest week I would say this year.
Yeah,
so,
I'm still tripping off that. You just because you just informed me because I wasn't even looking at it like that he wasn't playing Ajax. That's crazy.
He don't play him at all, or Marjan.
Beauchamp either? Damn.
No, they ain't been getting much ticket off.
Wow. No, not at all.
Because I've been watching.
but you got to think with adding Pat Bev and adding Gallinari, they go eat them minutes up.
Yeah,
right. But even before they got
Jay
there,
Jay Crowder back. So you know what I'm saying,
like I said, he's setting up for the playoffs. But I'm just saying, even before Pat got there, they wasn't playing his ass. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, come on, bro. They only one he really been playing is AJ because AJ Green got he can shoot threes. So I get it, but definitely. Between Marjan and Ajax, I'm saying Ajax. I fuck with Marjan, but defensively, Ajax, he be on niggas' heads for sure. So
yeah, nigga definitely give him some Crowder trash ass minutes. I hate Crowder, but
17 to 48 when people are guarded by Jay Crowder.
Right, definitely.
That's what he's there for.
Definitely great defensively. I'm not taking nothing away from him, but I can't stand Crowder.
We'll take 34%.
And I ain't gonna lie to you, I've been a fair weather Bucks fan right now because if I watch and they up by 30 in the third quarter or something like that, I'm cutting that game off. I'm not watching that whole game. I cut that shit off immediately. So I like I said, I had no idea that he wasn't playing Beauchamp AJ. That's crazy.
That's cap, man.
Yeah, exactly.
It's cap.
What's cap?
Get out of here, bro.
Hey, dog, come on,
Watch
man.
your fucking Lakers games. And
dude.
So y'all
you only care about Brian.
And shout out to Brian with the 40,000 as well. Even though y'all lost. Great for the 40.
Hey, Brian been balling, bro. Hey,
look, y'all talking about Brian, bro. I haven't watched. I probably ain't watched the last 10. I ain't watched the last 10 Lakers games. So what are y'all talking about?
But again, if you're a basketball fan, you're gonna appreciate greatness of a LeBron James.
Oh, that's a fact. That's a
40K. I'm a 40K 10 and 10. Come on.
No, nobody beat 40K. Nobody getting that.
Nobody
40K 10 and 10. Come on, man.
But can we call him the GOAT now? Or y'all still hate?
No.
Y'all still hate. Y'all still hate, bro.
When y'all say 40K, are y'all referencing points?
Yes.
40,000
career points. Yeah.
No other player.
Nobody's catching that, Leslie.
Like, no time, son.
Bro, how many years did it take LeBron?
Probably never.
How many years did it take LeBron to pass Kareem?
Shit, he did it last year. So
30-some years. I mean, no, I ain't talking about him. No, I'm talking about how many years before anybody even got close to Kareem's record. It's been 30-something because before that was Karl Malone.
Karl Malone second.
That's what I'm saying. He got close, but it's been like 30 years before. Like I don't think it's ever gonna happen, and definitely not in our lifetime.
No,
it's definitely gonna be a minute because he started from high school.
Unless they put the 40-point shot up in there and there.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But nobody passed that.
How long has he been playing basketball?
21 years.
Since 2003.
This is 21st season in the NBA.
Jesus Christ.
And he's still doing it at a high clip. That's what. But listen, steroids. You got to still put the. Hey, listen, steroids or not, I don't think the basketball is a fair assessment of that. And this ain't because I'm a LeBron fan.
I hate just talking shit because it's so long.
But people been saying that though. Like, so that I just want to address that rumor. Like, you still got to put the fucking ball in the hole. Like, you being strong don't have shit to do with you playing basketball.
Well, I mean, that's not.
I mean, to a certain extent,
totally true.
It's Kendall. Look at.
I mean, if you're taking performance enhancing drugs, you can absolutely help you get 40,000 points.
Well,
if you run faster and jump higher,
it's about duration, right? You last on the court longer, so because he's avoiding injuries. And I'm not necessarily subscribing to the whole.
I don't believe you take this
right.
It's still a lot.
Regardless, he ain't taking what Barry Bonds was taking.
Regardless of strength,
not at that level. No.
Regardless of strength and all that type of shit, fam. Like taking some kind of level. Whatever. What I'm saying is, you still got to put the ball in the hole. Like that's skill.
No doubt, but it helps.
Yeah.
Because again, it's preventing you from being injured. Not so much putting the ball in the hole, but if you on the court more, you can put up these points. It helps you get that 40K.
Yeah, I just can't see LeBron taking steroids for 21 years, fam. His body ain't looked that.
Well, I ain't gonna say it was 21 years, but he could have taken it. I mean, if you're a business partner and your trainer is on a report that involves Balco, I mean, it's not far-fetched to say that it can't happen, but we're not
anything to improve Jordan's legacy. Okay, I get it.
No, I mean Jordan's legacy is already there.
LeBron's
right. It's not that's been over a long time ago. I mean,
LeBron is LeBron is
He's that nigga.
LeBron is the
I
greatest.
was the one that brought the 40K, by the way.
Yeah, you did, you did, you did. I'm just saying, bro. He's
Jerome,
Hey, listen,
please.
no.
He that nigga. We ain't no haters.
As long as
But
we know.
we were just talking about the Malco, his trainer and
Is
his
your man crush?
He's the third best player ever.
Is LeBron your man
Hey, listen,
crush?
don't do this, Leslie, because that's what anytime.
No, I'm asking because you are really over here defending this guy with your awe.
With my
So
all.
is this your man crush?
Let's stop.
He's the third best player ever.
Anytime somebody, I don't understand how he's the third best player, bro, and he's like top in every goddamn.
I mean, top two.
Because
he's two, bro.
You got Jordan and Kobe.
Bro, and listen, I don't even like that, bro. I tell people all the time, Jordan is the greatest competitor we've ever seen. There's no change. He's the prototype of the NBA. Everybody plays basketball right now. They monitor their game off of Jordan. Even if they're doing, even if they doing Kobe, it's still Jordan. But go ahead. What are you saying, Kendall?
Here's the best way to say it by David Stern. You are the standard by which basketball excellence is measured.
And that's a fact. And I think that's why so many people hold him as a GOAT.
He does.
But what LeBron has managed to do in this
Stern had that shirt, that mouthpiece, nigga. No, go ahead.
That's a fact. But all I'm saying is what LeBron is able to do with his career. That's why I say he's the greatest basketball player we've ever seen. But Jordan is 100% the GOAT of basketball because he's the prototype.
I would say LeBron's had a better career.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm saying.
Longevity.
So,
right. But I don't know about best basketball player ever, but
because
he's had the best career for sure.
But yeah, he's definitely got a little bit of all the greats that we've seen balled up in one. So that's the only reason I hold him. That's the reason I hold him in such high regard. And Leslie, I hate when people do that because I tell people all the time, man. Like when you anybody that defends him, that's what people say. They jump right down your throat. But that's not how I feel about it. Though.
Let me ask you this then:
You were just a little aggressive.
How's I aggressive? Like I'm like,
I mean, it was just like
if you're gonna build a team,
21 years. Like nobody said he's taking for 21 years. I'm just saying that it might be a little.
Hey, listen, my neck did not move like that. So Nick, take that goddamn bass out your voice before I rip the shit out your head.
I think it did. Run the tape back.
I was just talking shit. My neck did not move like that.
That short bob was going crazy.
Right.
He threw his cup and everything. He was mad.
God damn it. But anyway.
But all you gotta do is
stop the tape, all that. Yeah. It's okay.
That's hilarious.
And don't try to edit that shit out either.
No, it's gonna be on there. What you say, Kendall, now?
All you gotta do is say this, man. Who you taking, man? You building a team tomorrow. In prime, whatever. Who you taking? You know who you taking, bro.
I'm taking Jordan. That's a fact.
Okay.
It's different. So I mean,
it is. If you want a ring, let me not disrespect LeBron because LeBron definitely was 21 years old, took niggas to the final. Mm-hmm. But you know who you taking, man.
You talking about when he got swept?
Or I'm taking LeBron and I'm actually putting some solid players. Or I'm taking LeBron and I'm putting some solid players around him young. That's what I'm doing.
I don't got no. Yeah, I'm not gonna argue that.
Yeah, because you gotta think about that.
I'll take LeBron on the Bucks tomorrow.
Yeah,
come through.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Bring your ass, my nigga.
Right.
Well, you don't mind. You don't mind jumping on different teams. So hey,
that's funny.
Come on.
Well, nigga, and listen, that's another narrative we gotta squash too. Because hey, listen, Brian, the NBA ain't franchise players.
Not like
forever.
that. Yeah. Like just the report that came out that it was possibly the Golden State might have been a situation. So I mean, just like that. I mean, I'm just saying he's okay with the thought of it even happening. Is what I'm saying. So nigga, somebody might bring a Bucks package. Hey, come on to Milwaukee, bro. We up the street from Akron.
All right, it's
down the street.
Well, man, y'all got anything else to add before we get up out of here?
Go Bucks.
Go Bucks, that 100%. Hey, dog. Let me tell you something, dog.
Even though we only won like 2 games.
It's all right. It's all right.
I'm gonna add this before we get up out of here, dog. Giannis, dog. Like everything that we've almost complained about him over the years, fam. Like, oh, he need to learn how to do this. He need to learn how to. This man has rise to the occasion, dog. That nigga is cold.
That's right. Best player in the NBA.
Put some respect.
No,
Put some
I
respect.
was-
So nice.
And that's what I'm
So
saying,
nice.
fam. Like, not on that court though. I do not want to be coming. I don't want that Frank Train coming at me at all. That nigga
And that's the beautiful thing about him
is
is like the best thing that happened to us is the fact that he's not from America and he doesn't mind staying in Milwaukee. Like he
Right.
he is perfectly fine.
You see how miserable Dame
versus
is.
Dame,
Like, I wanna-
who's on depression.
Well,
They
y'all
better
got,
send, Dame better take his ass to Evolve.
hey,
Dang, go
They gotta
outside
go.
and get you
Hey,
some of
they
the
gotta go
Milwaukee
to the east
homes, man.
side.
no,
Dang,
Dame,
go outside, man.
no, Dame ain't that. Dame ain't that type of character. Number one, but like, I remember he coming here, bro. He ain't away from his kids, his ex-wife, all that type of shit. So it's just different when you coming with that kind of load on your, you know what I'm saying, on your all that kind of baggage. When you coming with that type of baggage, you just not gonna be able to enjoy yourself. Period. Like he can't even find the good in Milwaukee right now. So you know what I mean. Not saying this much good, right? Not saying this much good, but yeah. Chicago right down the street, nigga. Take your ass to the second greatest city in the world.
It's cold though. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like
Yeah.
it's different when you in Portland and Cali down the street. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
fact, yeah.
that's what it. You know, and he did a lot in the Portland community. You know, with them kids and all that stuff. So I think that's another thing too. You know, but he a small town nigga, so it ain't like it's. I highly doubt. I'm sure those quotes was somewhat out of context. I'm sure he didn't.
Right.
The Milwaukee is depressing. I'm sure he probably, like you said, talking about a litany of things. But it just don't help when it's fucking freezing cold and you sitting there playing 2K.
That's a fact. But but listen, y'all. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Please like, comment, subscribe. Click the links in the bio. We got more stuff for y'all if y'all want to support this show. We got merch, all type of shit. We got
Like the Clown Prince.
The Clown Prince. That's some of our merch right there that Kendall got on. You can definitely find it on that website. This hat that I'm rocking, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can find this on the website as well. But do all that to support us, man. And we'll see y'all next week with another episode of Unlabeled the podcast. Peace.